What is up, guys? Welcome to Legacy TCG. Back with some Edison. We have myself playing Machina versus Jose, who's on Blackwings. So I saw he had his RBET mat out, so I was like, I got a mat too. But my mat's not nearly as cool as his. His is that mat I wanted so bad. It's so cool. But I am pretty happy with my my pod win for this mat. But anyways, he's gonna go first. Ooh, he's got the dust shoot. That's not gonna be fun for us. Deciding if he wants to use his normal summon. Huh? Does not. Trap dust shoot's gonna take a look at the hand. Looks like we got a Ryko charge, Gear Frame Fortress Caius, and then a Mystery Glare card. Okay, he takes the Gear Frame. Gear Frame's always a solid pick. I think the last card is Pot of Avarice, so that's not gonna be live for a little bit. Got some milling capabilities. We're just gonna set this Ryko, call it a day. He's gonna have to deal with that. Okay. Roko. The scary thing about playing Blackwings is when they go like Sirocco, Bora, Pump, and they do like 3,600 damage to you, and you're like, bro, this is... Oh god. Okay, he decked Devies. That's pretty bad. He sees that Trench on my hand. The next 2 turns, it's gonna tick down for deck Devi checks. So it's turn 1. So he gets two more looks. Yikes. I guess we just set Torrential, call it a day. I guess you could, like, you know, do a mix-up. Oh, actually we have Charge. Charge is not affected by deck Devi. So we can go Charge, fill the grave, and then 2 turns activate that Pot of Avarice. Because if you go to the 3rd turn, and after your draw, and you activate Pot of Avarice, you're still under deck Devi's effect. It's not until the end of the turn. So, yeah, if we wanted, we could have charged, but I think just setting Torrential and then having him do his thing under Torrential is up to him. Yeah, we're just gonna use it right away, because if I don't use this Torrential, then Card Trooper gets eaten. If I don't use the Torrential, then he's just gonna keep poking me with the 17, so I might as well just use it. All right, we're gonna go charge a Light Brigade, find that Ryko, create some defense for us. Then we just got one more turn of this deck Devi when we pass. Here comes the drill, the spear. We're gonna pop back row, hitting a bottomless, and then we're gonna take 16 in the process. Alrighty, last one. It is a let's see. Yeah, it's a Gale. That's rough. I have to pass it to him because I don't want to get you know, deck Devi more. Like, I could risk it. A lot of the targets are in the grave, so essentially the only thing that I would get hit with is maybe a Ryko and a Hamster, maybe DD Crow as well. But we're gonna take a bunch of damage right here. 6, 13, 17, and 18. And with this, he's probably in a very strong spot. I may not be able to bounce back from this much damage. He's like, I need a way to clear the board, but that's gonna be rough. Like, maybe if we draw like Chaos Sorcerer or something, we can work some magic, but yeah, it's gonna be rough. DD Crow and Fortress. Ooh, fumble my cards. Discard special, and we just go in. At this point in the game, we can't really play around his back row. It's just kind of like You have it, you have it. I'm gonna lose anyway, so I might as well go. Yeah. The tricky part right here is like, do I set my bottomless play into Icarus? But like, he already has kind of enough Icarus targets anyways, so you know, it's whatever. Like, if he really wanted, he sacks his Bora, targets my fortress, targets his Shura if I don't set the extra back row, and then he just summons a monster and then calls it a day. 1600 monster. Yeah, here's the Icarus. So that will clear the back row, and we'll go to game number 2. Okay. Let's see if we can reverse 2-0 from this position. The deck Devi, usually when I get deck Devi, I like, it doesn't hit that often, but he hit every single time. He hit 1 on the initial, and then he hit I think Raiko and then Gale. No, Card Trooper then Gale. So I was just playing with a lot less cards, which is unfortunate, but you know, that's Edison. We learned a deal, and it's okay. We set a monster, pass it over to him. Got Dark Arm Dragon in there. Okay, Bora. He's gonna swing in, and it is a hamster. So he's gonna take 100 right here. I'm gonna be able to special Raiko, and this is gonna put us in a really good spot. This is one of the monsters it's really hard for them to deal with, especially if they're just summoning Shuras and Boras, because like they can't really set anything beyond this because Raiko's just gonna eat it, right? And then yeah, so we're gonna go Caius, burn him for 1,000. Then we can swing for 24 as well because we have the Raiko to flip face up and to pop Gores if it does come down. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave it there until I find a target that's worth him fighting. Ooh, he's got the Whirlwind. He's probably gonna want to find a way to move this this Raiko before activating Whirlwind, but if you know, I'm probably gonna be inclined to ping that Whirlwind. The monster can be dealt with other ways. Yeah, he's gonna search. Maybe Blizzard, maybe Gale. We're pondering. Could go Kalut as well, if he really wanted. So he opts for the Gale and specials. He's gonna be shrink that. He's gonna be able to clear my board. So we're gonna take 100 here, and then we'll take 16 here. What do we pop? What did past Aaron pop? Yeah, Whirlwind. If he goes into Arm Master, I can deal with it with Fortress. If he goes into he just leaves it there, and then most of my monsters are bigger than a Bora and a Gale. He special summons in defense. That'd be pretty tricky, pretty sneaky, because he knows I won't be able to crash, and he does just that. We special Chaos Sorcerer though, and that's going to be the card that deals with Armor Master. Okay, Gear Frame. Swing for 18 unless we want to commit some more, but we already put 2 cards on the field. I don't know, pitching 2 cards for Fortress right now is going to be the hottest idea, so we'll just peck for 18. The only reason I would ever like commit that is if I was going for like a game shot, but him being at 69 is just too much, so it's not really worth risking that many cards for an extra 2500 damage. Right, he goes Blizzard into Bora, targeting. Oh yeah, Blizzard targeting Bora. I might have a Crow in hand, but we let it through. Okay, sinking to 6. There's 3 darks in grave. You gotta be careful about that. Yugioh hits the field. 6. This is scary because if he steals my Chaos Sorcerer, then he has a live Chaos Sorcerer on his side of the field with the back row. Okay, Torrential. We're gonna Torrential here. And then, yeah. Dark Arm Dragon comes down. Plan B comes down. We will special this Gores. Make him use all of his darks to clear the board. Yeah, the reason it took so long on the summon was because, like, I was thinking that he most likely had the Dark Arm, or was like trying to set up Dark Arm. So if he goes like Yugioh attacks special Chaos Sorcerer and just keeps on like ramming me in with those cards, then I'm just gonna die. So also he could have not have Dark Arm too, so like all right, Lila is gonna break the prison. We discard Special Fortress, take 300, and then that's how we deal with the Dark Arm. Alrighty. Mirror Force will protect the Lila. Alright. Perfect draw. We go into 18 plus 25, and then that will seal the deal. I think he had more life points. I'm not sure, but I might have missed a strike. Right, game number 3. This is for all the marbles. We're both undefeated. 3-0. One more win puts us into the last round. He's gonna open up super strong. Black Whirlwind summon Bora into Kalut. And yeah, we don't like to see that on the other side. That Whirlwind has got to go down. Enemy number 1. All right, we're gonna set face down 2 back row. If we set 3 cards, if he pings 2 with Icarus attack, at least we have 1 card to defend our life points. Was my thinking, I'm pretty sure. All right. Black Whirlwind off this Kalut. Get Gale. Yeah, this is a scary position because like he goes into Brio, sends my stuff up. Could be pretty troublesome. We can't get our grave set up. We can't get our part of Avarice's live. He's gonna Heavy Storm. We will activate Threatening Roar in response. It's gonna take down his Whirlwind and something else. But at least this turn we get to live. So Threatening Roar and Bottomless hit the hay. And yeah, my little Raikou can see the light of day next turn. I'm pretty sure with that activation, it kind of tells me he's gonna risk it for the biscuit, like go all in with this attack. Because he was willing to blow up his own Whirlwind, right? But with the Threatening Roar, it pretty much skips his turn. Whatever plan he had to go into something different, he has to pivot. Yeah, so he's going to try to slow down my sets, returns with Bryonic, and pass to me. Alright, we'll clear this Brio for 200. And then we get to set all of our stuff. No more Heavy Storm. No Storm, no Whirlwind. He has a Cyber Dragon to contact the fortress, but I think he may want to just keep using the Bora the way he, like, until I answer it. Yeah, Raikou. We'll take 16 right here. And then main phase 2, contact these to leave me with nothing. Alright, here's our boy, Gear Frame. Gear Frame get Machina Force. And then that's going to be able to bring our Fortress onto the field. Swing for 518. So he takes 23. and we're gonna think about equipping. He did use a Cyber Dragon, the fortress already, so we don't have to really care about him contacting again. The chances of him having two fortress, Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon in gray or in extra deck is really low. I don't think they're prioritizing contacting that much, so it's safe for us to leave the gear frame on the field. Kind of plays around brain control in case he makes a huge push. Yeah, interesting. my fortresses, I had to explain it to my opponents every time, so like I have it like pretty much memorized. My fortresses are in French, so they say like Fortresse Mechabot, and the Mechabot part is like my favorite part. Instead of saying Machina, you say Mechabot. I think they're really cool. The French ones. Getting French Machina forces will be I don't even know if they exist, but that would be something very hard to find, I would think. He goes into Brio, attacks the gear frame, and the Mirror Force will answer it, and he's going to concede. He wasn't dead next swing, but you know, he kind of felt like I don't have anything else. He draws into D Prison, gets rid of my fortress, but you know, other than that, alright, Dunzo. Yeah, so like this play right here. So he goes Goyo, and I'm looking at his grave. I'm like, there's 3 darks in grave. I could just let this Goyo live, right? But Goyo could like attack sorcerer, special sorcerer, banish gear frame, and then he can just decide to just swing in with Goyo and Kara sorcerer, and I'll just be taking like a butt ton of damage, and a turn after that he'll still be able to drop Dark Arm. So rather than risking taking this much damage, I Torrential here, and then deal with this Dark Arm Dragon right away. Yeah. I mean, I had Gores too, so if I don't Torrential, I guess I could have not. It might have been better to not, because if he goes, well, I can't drop Gores because Torrential will be there too. So turns off Torrential. Let's see my hand. I think it's Fortress. It's Machina Force and Fortress. Machina Force and Fortress. I could get rid of the Chaos Sorcerer on the swing back, and then he may drop the Dark Arm Dragon on that point too. So I don't know. Maybe it was better to hold it until Dark Arm Dragon comes. But yeah, this Threatening Roar probably won me the game. I put these in against Blackwings because I know they have like a lot of capabilities to, you know, go wide or, you know, go high with Sirocco and Bora Clue, you know. So to avoid that, we play some Threatening Roars, let them commit their board, and then we'll get them on the clapback. But yeah, this was a really fun match. I enjoyed my time here. Anyways, if you guys like the videos, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and then I'll catch you in the next one. Peace!